Hey, Greg here. So welcome to day one of my Trackman Combine challenge. So I did some research. The record is actually 93.0, so it's not 93.1, so I'll say 0.1 already. It's getting better and better. Had a little bit more of a thought about the challenge, and here's how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to go through a 12-week program. That 12-week program is going to consist of me changing my golf swing, so reshaping my golf swing, increasing the club head speed to that 120 mph, and then optimizing my ball flight. So I've got my carry distances and things like that. So I'm ready to do the challenge. So I've got the 12 weeks to do that. When the 12 weeks is over, that's it. I've got to get in. I've got to get stuck into doing the combine. So doing all the practice, working towards that. Need to be realistic about the time scale. So this is not going to happen in the winter because the ball's not going to fly as far. I can't use normalize on Trackman, which adjusts for the balls. So the deadline is the end of September. So I've got 12 weeks to go through the program, improve the swing, get the distance up. And then I've got from the end of those 12 weeks to the end of September to get stuck in and beat that record. So let's get stuck in. A lot of work to do. Okay, so just going to do a little bit of warm up with some wedges. Then going to have a look today at the first part of the backswing. So backswing's a bit sloppy, tends to go a little bit rolled going back and then crossed at the top if anything. So that's the first part that I want to get sorted. I want to get a good backswing line and see if we can get that much better. Posture's a bit sloppy as well, so I'm going to do a bit of work on that. I was thinking the other day, I was actually hitting some balls the other day. I was cheating a little bit, just getting started early. And I found it was getting much better to the top when I was really working on getting some real turn going back. So I think I realised that through trying to get speed recently, I was trying to get a big swing and just doing it all with hands and arms, and really it needs to be less hands and arms and more turn for me, and it actually felt a bit more powerful. Just looking at our first swing on the video, crossed at the top. Actually, that's not too bad. It definitely looks better with more of a turn. So we'll keep working on that, I think. So just warming up with a few wedges just to get started, just to loosen up. And then probably going to do most of this with a 7-iron, so I'm going to reshape the swing with the 7-iron. But I need to get that as quickly into the driver as possible. Because don't forget, I'm going to get that club head speed as well. Alright, just a couple more and then we'll start hitting some 7-irons. Don't even know what I'm trying here. Just warming up. Just warming up. Yeah, it feels different today than it did the other day. Got much better the other day. Alright, let's hit some 7-irons. So I'm just going to, again, I'll just change it on tracky. So I'm going to hit some 7-irons down just to see what the swing looks like first of all. That's one thing. I mean, when you're teaching people, you know, you try and say to them that when you get feeling for the swing and you get the swing looking right, doesn't necessarily mean that even if you try that same feeling the next day, it's going to look exactly the same. And you know, I suppose that's the same for me as well with this feeling of the swing. It felt great the other day, and then of course today it looks that little bit different. So I'm We're really going to slow the backswing down, see where we get with this one. That was terrible. Let's see how that looks. Okay, so it's not far off, it's not far off. So we've got to get steep in that first part, and it's all turn. Doesn't feel good today. How's that one look? Yeah, it's not far, it just doesn't look quite right at the top. I'll show you some footage of it, I'll link that to the video. Just doesn't look quite right, it looks like it wants to get across the line at the top. Even though it's laying off, it looks like it wants to go that way. Oh, that was awful. How's that look though? Yeah, it's looking a little bit long. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do then, getting started, just go through what I normally do with a student trying to get the swing position. So go into position 1, feel the turn into 2, and actually do it in stages, going nice and slow. See if I can get it looking right first of all before we put it together, and we'll take it from there. Go into 1. See how that one looks. Swing direction's good. That's fine. 1. Yeah, it's still don't look right. I was thinking the other night as well, thinking about this challenge. It's all I've been thinking about. Perhaps what might work well is a swing for me to replicate. And I thought a really good example for me, because he's the same sort of build, was Justin Thomas. So he's really, really powerful, gets a lot of speed, but he's my sort of height, my sort of build. So I thought that would be a good swing to replicate. That's what we're working towards. Yeah, that looks. Yeah, that looks nothing like Justin Thomas. Why is that going so laid off? Sorry, so across at the top. Yeah, it looks like I just want to come out of the turn and just move the body. That felt different. How's this one look? Yeah, that looked better. Actually, it looks a little like the arms are going too much around the body. So again, this is something that we'd say to a lot of clients, that when you get the body rotating, the arms tend to follow, and that's where the plane can go flat. So it's almost a feeling of the arms are going up, they're going more pendulum-like as the body's rotating. It's almost like the arms are separating from the body, but still making sure that that body rotates. So let's have a little look at that body.
I did kind of overdo things.
Okay, that felt weird. That felt really weird. Decent line going back. Almost, I think that's going to be it. Just working a bit more arms up as the body rotates. Definitely feels like there's a bit more there when I want to start putting speed in. It feels like there might be a bit more to. Yeah, that looks better actually. That looks better. Probably a bit shorter at the top, a bit less arm swing. So still the big body move, but a bit less arms. But that looks better. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. That looks okay. It's a start. Okay, that felt a bit shorter. So more upright with the arms, but it felt shorter with the arm swing. Yeah, not far off. Not far off. Progress. There. Feels so weird, that does. Definitely feels like there could be some speed there, though. Not that these are fast, but potential. Okay, so just had a quick look at the swing on the video. So not perfect, but looking better. So feeling here then that I'm really turning and getting steep here, almost vertical like Stenson club shaft, almost at the foot. And I'm not really getting there. It's in a pretty good position really, midway between the ball and the feet. And then from there, it's huge. Just continue the turn, but keep the cupping. So it looked like it was just sort of coming out with the arms a little bit. So just trying to keep that wrist angle better. I was actually getting a much better position there. So let's try it with this one. Thing is, I mean, even before I started this challenge, I've been working quite hard and trying to get a better club shaft position at the top. And that's bang on. That's good. Yeah, 1 out of how many? 20. Yeah, I've been working so hard on getting that position better at the top, and I've been almost manufacturing a lay-off move, which just looks false. It doesn't look right. It's not a good position. This looks better though. That looks closer. You can almost get away from the laid-off feeling. It seems to be lining up much better. Yeah, just perhaps a fraction long with an iron, but I was thinking about it again the other day. I think I'm going to have to make some compromises with the look of the swing. For me to get in the 120s, I'm probably going to have to go long with the backswing, so that's where I can compromise a little. Still got to look good though, can't look rubbish. Nah, that's got to be laid off. Oh, this is so hard. Actually, no, that's a pretty good line. That's a pretty good line. Yeah, it just might be worthwhile just trying to shorten it a little. Perhaps. It's funny, I feel like I shorten it and it actually gets to parallel. That looks like. Yeah, that's not far off. Not far. Downswing was awful. But that's next week's problem. Lovely strike there. We'll want one of those in the combine. Score room. See there, as soon as I compromise on the layoff position, it starts going across again, which is not what we want. What about that wrist position? Let's go really slow on this one, force it now. Got it. A lot of it with the club shaft, where it is at the top, if it's laid off, if it's crossed or square, it's the angle of the wrist, where the wrist is pointing that club shaft. Really felt that with the angle of the wrists then. So just turn, getting the correct wrist angle. actually feels quite controlled. Yeah, it's not far off. I mean, it's long. It's long, but it's not far off. See if I can get some width with this, I'll probably shorten it up a little. Awful hit again. Interesting to see what it looks like. Just wanted to go across again. Such fine margins. There. I didn't feel too bad. That felt short as well. Yeah, not far off there. Not far off. Let's keep working with that one, I think. Yeah, marginally cross, but not massively. Try that one. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay, I think we're there. I think that'll do for today. I'm just going to hit some balls now. Nothing interesting. Just try and bed that move in. Again, you know, going really, really slow with that backswing lets me guide the club in position, so I almost know where that club is rather than having to guess it. So I'm practicing good swings. There's not that many bad swings in here. So it gives me a bit more time for that downswing move. A little bit quicker, that one, for a slow swing. Yeah, that was a really good swing. Right, I'll post some of these videos as well, some of the numbers. Not very fast, I mean, clubhead speed 87.5 is pretty slow really, but it's a slow swing I'm doing. I think for the driver to be up to the 120s, that 7-iron clubhead speed needs to be high 90s, if not pushing 100. That felt good. Slower, but yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay, that'll do for today. See you tomorrow.